Alright guys, it's now time for another tutorial. Am I still here? Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Donella. If you just so happen to be stopping by for the very first time, and you guys already know this is my little world of makeup right here. I put on the camera and I put my makeup on and I'm in here talking to myself in front of my mirror, in front of my camera, in front of these guys right here, you know, the little products. I don't know if they can hear me or not, but you know, maybe this is some sort of Sleeping Beauty. No, not Sleeping Beauty, Donella. Get your princesses right. Your princess is right. It's Beauty and the Beast. It's Belle, okay? With the talking camisole and brush and candle thing and whatever. Okay, yeah. I don't know if they can hear me, but they've never responded. Hopefully they don't, because I probably run from in front of this camera and never ever come back. Anyway, I know you guys are here for the tutorial, so let me just stop talking crap. You guys are here for the tutorial, and it's all about creating a look using no foundation whatsoever. Of course, everybody's gonna be like, what is she talking about? How can I create a makeup look and not use any foundation? Guess what? I have a secret, and I'm gonna let you in on my little secret, okay? So if you are interested in learning about my little secret right here, I'm sharing it with you, then please stay tuned. This routine, you guys already know I'm not going to be applying any sort of foundation. So it begs the question, well, if you're not going to be using foundation, then what the heck are you going to be using for this routine? And I'd like to introduce to you guys a product that is not so new. I'm sure a lot of makeup artists have this in their kit. It's a product that was launched back in 2014 from MAC Cosmetics. It's called the MAC Select Cover Up, and I bought this in the shade NC50, and for the past 2 summers I've actually been incorporating this in my summer makeup routine, because not only is it extremely lightweight, it actually covers up dark circles, blemishes and all of that. And for persons like me who's always on the go, you know, I'm a mother, and there are times when I really don't have the time to do a full makeup routine, I actually love to incorporate this. Just like a foundation, you can put powder over it, you can set it with powders, etc., and it's very easy to blend. So I'm actually going to go in like really quick with this, and I'm going to apply it in the areas where I normally highlight and apply foundation. So I'm going to be going underneath here, just below here, because what I'm really going to do is leave the area where I normally contour to set it with my bronzer. So I'm going to apply it in these areas here, and then just blend it out. By the way, I bought the shade NC50 because that's the closest shade to my skin's complexion. And listen, this is really, this is like a full coverage type of thing, so you really want to go, unlike me who just went in kind of heavy, you really want to go in stages with this, because it takes some time to blend out. And I really have my Juno sponge saturated with some heavy water, because I didn't squeeze it all the way out, because I know this product is a little bit on the thick side, and I really need to put some elbow grease in this in order for me to blend it out. Now that I have all of the Select Cover Up blended out, I'm going to go in with my Covergirl Cream Collection bronzer, and I'm really just going to go into the areas. Now this is just me basically marking the areas where I want my bronzer to cover. So I'm really just going to go in really heavy with this real quick, just like that. I'm basically making forming the shape where I want the bronzer to hit, areas where I want the bronzer to hit. So I'm really just gonna go around like this real quick, and then I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and blend the area. I normally go in with a second bronzer whenever I create this look, and I'm going in with my Bronzeville from the Prime Beauty, and I'm going to be using that same fluffy brush that I used to blend out the bronzer from Covergirl. And with this one, because this one is so rich, I normally don't go in as heavy with it as I did the Covergirl bronzer. I'm just going to go around circular motions and hit the areas where I want my bronzer to really show up. Before we go any further, I really don't want the Select Cover Up to move around, so I'm going to go in with my Sacha Buttercup powder, and I'm just going to press it on the areas of my eye that I want to highlight. And then of course I'm just going to drag it across the bridge of my nose, and I'm going to press some in at the top of my forehead as well, and a little bit right down here on my cheek. after that, I'm going to go back in one more time with my bronzer from the Prime Beauty, and I'm going to focus it right here on my jawline area, because as you guys know, I have a very long face and I really want my face to just look sculpted and everything just kind of falls into place. Like, you know, the bronzer is in its correct place, the translucent powder is in its correct place, the highlight is in its correct place, etc, etc. I'm just going to focus it like on the back of the cheek, the high points of my cheek going backwards, just so everything just looks. I'm going to go in with a third bronzer. Yeah, it sounds like a lot, and this one is Mocha Mami from Fenty, and I'm really going to be using Mocha Mami more so as like a blush. So I'm really going to focus it on the highest points of my cheek using a really fluffy brush. It's basically the same fluffy brush I just used to apply the Prime Beauty bronzer. So I'm really going to focus it on the highest points of my cheek. Just add a little bit right here on my temples, just to kind of make sure that everything ties in, nothing looks crazy, everything just looks tight in. And I really want to just apply, you know, going in backwards motion, because I think when you do it like that, you get the most out of it. And then I'm going to take a small dense foundation and powder. This is actually a brush that I use for both foundation and powder, and I'm really going to concentrate it on where I just applied the Fenty. I'm just dipping it once in the Fenty and just making sure that I get rid of those little lines of demarcation between the Sasha setting powder and the contour. Because I have oily skin, I actually have to put a little bit more powder over the Select Cover Up. So I'm going to be using my black opal, what is this called, soft velvet finishing powder. This one is in the shade 600, which is dark. So I'm just going to dump this a little bit of it over in cover. Ooh, almost drop it, boy. And then I'm just going to pick it up with my brush, tap it off, and then apply it all over the areas that I know for sure I'm going to sweat. Now these are really just light taps in the areas I do I sweat, which is right here in this particular area, right here. And then I'm just going to apply a bit of it on below my jawline. I'm going to focus most of it right here in this area, because I know I sweat a lot on my nose, and this area right above my eyebrows, right here. The complexion, I'm just going to add a soft, subtle glow. And I really know I'm going to be using artist schedule. I don't even want to ask. This one is the shade Conceited, so I'm just going to tap a little bit of it on this brush. This is even too much, so I'm just tap that off. And then I'm just going to do like right there, and then right here, and then I'm just going to make sure that everything is blended into my skin. I've actually been highlighting my skin the way I saw Rihanna did hers when she launched the Trophy Wife highlight. That was just like, it's a little bit too green for my liking, but it's real cute packaging and everything. But you guys already know I love my highlight from Artist Couture. And then I usually like to go in with a fan brush right after, and then just try to blend it downwards between the contour and the blush. But remember, I use the Fenty Mocha Mami as a blush for this look, and then I turn it upwards like this to try to drag it even more backwards, just so it looks more blended. Now normally, in order for you to get this thing to look really, really popping, you have to apply a bit of setting spray. But lately I've been kind of opting not to use setting spray, and it's really because I've been kind of liking the whole matte look. I know it sounds kind of weird, but you know, usually when the days get really, really hot, I try not to use too many stuff. I try not to use like setting sprays unless it's absolutely necessary. And I don't think it's necessary for this look, because trust me, my natural oils are gonna straight through. So this is pretty much the completed look. By the way, for my lips, I did a combination of the Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquer. This one is in the shade Chama, and then I popped a little bit of this gloss from BH Cosmetics in the center area, because I felt like this was looking a little bit flat. You know, I wanted a kind of pinky, lavender, kind of cool toned lip, but I didn't want it to be too cold tone. Listen, this thing is taking over. All right, but I didn't really want it to be too cool tone, so I added a little bit of pink in there, but it still came out looking cool anyway, which kind of matched my shirt, and that's completely fine. But this is a completed look. This tutorial was all about the complexion, so I didn't really want to incorporate too many things. By the way, for my eye area, if you guys want to know, I really just applied a bit of the Bronzeville all over my eye area, and then I popped on, you remember those $3 lashes I bought from Juno? Girl, they still poppin'. Yes, I applied those. You don't have to be as extra as I am, you know, you can always just apply mascara and then out the house, but for me, I love to be extra, so I have to apply some lashes because I want to be seen from the top of 4th Street or the bottom of 4th Street, around the corner of the Bear Road, and yes, all those corners I need to be seen. Let them know that my lashes and I are coming down the road. Okay, all right then, that is it for this tutorial. If you have any questions with regards to the look itself or the MAC Select cover up, please be sure to drop me a comment down in the comment section. And if you happen to have appreciated this video, please also be sure to give it a big thumbs up on your way out. And also, you know, I'm not begging, I'm just kindly asking, if you happen to have liked me, please also be sure to click the subscribe button on your way out. Until my next upload, I'll talk to you guys real soon. Bye bye.